Okay, so we are starting the 100 IM men's B team. Okay, and we are underway.
We've got some powerful people in this race.
Okay, so it's quite tight on this first lane. And then they're coming back on the backstroke. Again, not much between them. It looks like Apo from Lancaster.
We all saw it, Right, moving on to the breaststroke leg. Apo does make the touch. That's Lancaster A for the touch. Third length now. Great underwater Apo.
Okay, so Lancaster is leading with Apo, but York is following closely behind. So that is Adam Parvin. And it's nice and tight coming into the second half of the race. So this is the last length. Apo is leading, followed closely by York. Can he manage to fight off York? I think he will. Okay, so we have a Lancaster first there, followed by York second, Lancaster third, and then York fourth. So, moving on now, we have the women's 4x50 medley relay. So they're going to start off with a 50-meter backstroke, move on to 50-meter breaststroke, then 50-meter butterfly, finishing off with a 50-meter front crawl.
Expert knowledge coming from Zara there.
So this is Dan Kite joining me on the live stream.
Hello, hello.
So the relays are worth double points. So these are really important.
Really matters for the end score.
Yeah, whoever gets these wins gets a big bonus. Okay, so the...
And we have to remember, there is 12 points on the line for swimming for this event today. 12 points on the line for roses. Whoever wins this is takes a massive lead.
There are. Same with the water polo.
Yeah,
all of the events
absolutely.
in the pool are high point events.
Mm-hmm.
So these are integral to the overall roses count. Okay, and we're underway with a 4x50 medley relay. So we have the York A and York B swimmers.
York A, Kate taking the current lead.
Okay, so York A is in the lead coming into the first leg of this relay. They'll be diving in for the breaststroke next.
That's York A making it for the first dive.
So just a second between them, so it's all to play for.
It's very close here.
Okay, York still leading, but Lancaster coming back.
Bringing it up, isn't it?
Okay.
Ooh, that is close.
This is looking like it could be a tight relay event.
Lancaster A really catching up that York A swimmer. Lovely to see.
So this is going to be quite tight into the turn. This is the 50-meter butterfly the girls are about to dive in to do.
York does make it, but Lancaster very closely behind.
Only 0.09 separating them.
Wow.
Milliseconds.
Now, York, I've been told York has a particularly strong fly swimmer, and I believe this is her. She is creating some distance here.
So she is pulling away. She's about a body length ahead. But we still have the 50-meter front crawl, so it's not over yet for Lancaster.
Lancaster's got a very good shot here.
Okay, so that's York diving in first place. More than a body length ahead now, so it looks like this could be York's for the taking.
It is going to look like it's going to be York's race.
Oh, but the Lancaster coming back
she
up,
is.
coming
Wow.
back strong.
This is a comeback.
Okay.
Can she do it?
And the crowd is
It's going to be
behind.
close. It's going to be close. Just behind 0.4 of a fourth of a second.
Okay, so that's a York win there.
Very, very close race there. Really entertaining this competition today.
And then we have York also in third place, and then the Lancaster coming in fourth. So we're on to the men's.
Lancaster is coming in.
men's medley relay. So it's the same order, starting with backstroke, followed by breaststroke, onto butterfly, and then finishing with front crawl. So again, the teams stay in the same lane. So we have York A in lane 5. Sorry, York A in lane 4, Lancaster A in lane 5. Then we have York B in lane 6, and Lancaster B in lane 3.
Lovely. And Zara, I think it's fair to say these are some very strapping lads.
They have swimmers' physiques.
They have excellent swimmers' physiques, and they hop in for the backstroke start, awaiting that first whistle.
Okay. And they're off.
Backstroke start, they pull up nice and high. Lovely physique, lovely arch on the back
Lovely
there.
underwaters. Okay, so it's nice and close coming into this first leg of the backstroke. I think that's York just taking it.
Lancaster A right behind. Lovely to see loads of support on both sides.
There. Okay.
Oh, it's going to be close.
This is going to be a tight
Maybe
race.
a head length York A.
Yep, so that's York A going in first by half a second onto the breaststroke leg.
Oh, and Lancaster A just managing to pull ahead. We've got McKinley in there for Lancaster A. Just about beating him to the touch on the 25. Nicely done.
Okay.
York still putting up a good fight, though. They're really pushing for it. Nah, this is going to be a close one.
So as they come into the wall, this is the butterfly leg that's going to take over.
This is going to be close for the fly.
So Lancaster just take the lead there.
James Rates in for Lancaster A. Oh, now this is close, Zara.
This is a tight race.
Wow, that is some impressive fly from York A. Really nice stroke there.
It looks like it could be a close one.
This is going to be a bloody close one, I'll tell you that. And York A has pulled ahead by a good arm's length.
Yeah, York are pulling it
They're
back.
going to bet to the touch. It's all down to this final 53.
So 2 more lengths front crawl. Remember, this is worth double points. They really want to get this win.
Oh, wow. Okay, York is pulling ahead now. They've got a good chance here. Lancaster A putting up a strong fight right on his tail there.
So last length, it's going to be close.
Wow.
York in the lead, but Lancaster coming back. Who can get the touch?
It's amazing strength. Oh, okay. Bloody close again.
So we've got York there.
About
with
half
the
a
win.
second ahead from York A.
And then Lancaster A in second. Then York B in third. And then we have the 2 Lancaster teams.
B and C in 5th and 6th.
4th and 5th.
4th and 5th, sorry. 4th and 5th, sorry.
Okay, so that's our first round of medley relays done.
So relays, and York's taken both of them, have they?
York have won both of the
relays.
relays.
York A, both relays.
Have.
That's some big points. So Lancaster will be a bit worried now, but I'm sure we can bring it back on the individual events.
So we have a little break now. The swimmers might get in and do a bit of a swim down.
Which is always important. Why is it important to do a swim down, Zara?
Because of the lactic acid, Daniel.
Oh, really? Yeah.
It builds up in your legs. It makes it harder to swim. And a lot of these swimmers will be doing more than one event.
We've seen team sheets. A lot of the Lancaster swimmers are doing 4, maybe 5 events.
Same with the York.
Yeah, so it's a big ask for these swimmers today. They've all been prepping for this for weeks now.
Yeah.
We've seen the training on Instagram. We've seen the training online. It has been intense training the whole time. We've got Captain Harry Shaw giving them a little pep talk at the moment in this break. And we've not done, Lancaster's not done too badly, but we need to step it up. York
are also getting ready for their next few races, and we're going to be...
I'm sure they're feeling good at the moment, taking an early lead.
We're going to be starting off with 100-metre events. So that's 4 lengths. We're going to start off with the front crawl, and then we're going to go through all of the strokes as we go down. So we've got some of the swimmers in the pool now, just recovering from their swims. Like we said, if they're doing multiple events...
Yeah, they need to be cooling down, getting those shoulders nice and loose, ready for the next event, making sure your legs are not burning, because they do burn after a race. Zara will tell you.
They do. So me and Dan were both on the Lancaster swim team.
We're both alumni. Yeah, both alumni.
So we've competed in this pool. We've competed in our home pool against York. Last year, Lancaster won the women's A, the women's B, the men's A, and the men's B. It looks like so far it's going to be a bit of a tighter
It's going to be a much tighter event. And it should be said that Lancaster have won the swimming for the last, I believe, 12 years? Is it 12 years, Zara? I believe it is 12.
It's quite a few years.
So we have a good streak here. This is unlucky 13 for Lancaster. Hopefully not so unlucky. Well, we'll see. But York are putting up an excellent fight so far. We can definitely say that.
So it looks like we'll be getting underway in a few more minutes. Now, some of these teams will have been doing Rose's boot camps, which involves doing quite a few hours in the pool, land training, a bit of team bonding as well. So I believe York have gone away for some of their training boot camps, and Lancaster had their boot camps
last 4 weeks?
Yeah.
Yeah, last 4 weeks they've been training.
So can you explain down what it's like?
In boot camp? Oh, God. So in the years that I've been there, it's much more intense swimming. So typically we'd be swimming as a dev swimmer, so that's a C team, sometimes getting into BT, but normally C team swimmers. We would train sort of 3 times a week. Boot camp is every day, 2 hours. You're up in the morning, 6 a.m., 5:30. You are doing 6 till 8, literally every morning. And it's intense, but I think you really strengthen. You do a lot of strengthening exercises in the gym. They run some brilliant gym sessions together. We call it strength and conditioning. There's a really big encouragement. There's also a notable drinking ban, which is really important for swimmers. I don't think people realise how much alcohol and drugs can affect your swimming, and so we do enforce a drinking ban, which is, I believe York do it as well. In fact, I think it's Roses wide, actually, isn't it?
I think most teams have a drinking ban.
Yeah,
which I suppose makes the celebrations even more special.
I don't know about York, but it comes at a good time. We go on a swim tour just at the start of Easter. We come back and we go straight to boot camp, so everyone gets it all out on tour.
Yeah.
And we come back and we're all ready to go, raring to go.
And I think York do their boot camp abroad, so they both train lots.
Yeah.
And lots of supporters here today at the pool, which it is very warm in here. It's very sweaty.
It is.
So the pool is cold. That's the best temperature for the swimmers. But the pool side is very warm.
What temperature is the pool? It's about 28?
Cold. Very cold.
As a lifeguard, I was going to say, you're a swim teacher.
I am.
I believe it's about 28 typically, but the air temperature currently is at least 31.
Yeah.
So it is hot, and it's only going to get hotter throughout the day.
We have lots of people with signs as well, cheering the teams on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, some great signs looking around. They are checking signs. I did get mine removed from me. I can't say it on air, sadly, but anyway, very sad, very sad.
So, I think they've got a few more minutes before we're going to start. I think they are keeping one of their lanes open so that the swimmers can swim down between events. At least that's what they did last year.
Yeah,
I believe that's what they're doing
it's
this
the
year.
2 end lanes at the moment.
Yeah, and then we'll be racing in the middle lanes.
Should be a few minutes now. Yeah, we're pretty close. We don't take massive breaks, but as we said, lots of these swimmers are doing multiple events, especially those medley swimmers who are already in the relay. They've probably got 2 or 3 individuals as well. So getting this time is really, really vital for them.
Yeah. So if you are just joining us, I will go through the points again. So for the A team, it's women's overall is 4 points. The men's A team is overall 4 points. The women's B team is 2 points, and the men's/open B team is 2 points. When the A teams finish, if you get first place, it's 4 points. Second place, 3 points. Third place, 2 points, and fourth place is 1 point. For the B team, if you get first and second places, that's 4 points. If you get third and fourth place, that's 2 points. Like we've mentioned before, the relays are double points. So if you get first, you get 8 points. If you come second, you get 4 points. So it's really important on those relays to get as many points as possible. Now, there are some rules in swimming. So,
some rules in swimming.
There
are some we have some embarrassing stories about getting disqualified for swimming rules.
We do. So, when they dive in, you have to wait for the long whistle. When they press the buzzer, you're allowed to go into the pool. If you go before that buzzer, you will be disqualified.
Never heard it called a buzzer.
What would you call it?
A klaxon.
Oh, klaxon buzzer, the big loud thing.
It's very loud. It's very, very loud. And if you do happen to dive in before the klaxon goes, it is an immediate DQ, disqualification, unfortunately.
And for those relays, you have to wait until the swimmer in front of you has touched the wall. If they haven't touched the wall, you will get disqualified. So, obviously that's quite important when those relays are double points. I think last year we might have had a disqualification.
We did have a DQ last year.
I think Lancaster did, which means their obviously points dropped quite a lot. So it's really important for those swimmers to make sure they're touching at the right times and diving in at the right times.
Yeah, there's also a lot of rules about turns as well.
There are.
And so everything, and touches. Yeah, turns and touches, guys.
For the butterfly and the breaststroke, you have to touch with 2 hands.
And I have been caught out on that several times myself as a young child.
It is
it is painful when it happens. It is really
to do,
sad.
but it's painful. But again, these swimmers will have practiced this in training, so those mistakes will be down to a minimum, but they do happen.
There are some really interesting things going on. We've had the IMs already, but the turns of the IMs are always a bit tricky. You're going from one stroke to the other, especially going from back to breast.
Back to breaststroke.
It's always a hard one because you have to touch on your back. You cannot turn. Typically, you might turn on a back on your turn, but and tumble, forward tumble. But no, on an IM, you must touch with your backhand and do a little swivel, which is always fun.
Yeah.
I never mastered the swivel, did you?
Takes a lot of core strength, Dan.
Oh, well, clearly I'm clearly I'm lacking in that department. Not that I ever swam IM anyway.
So I was a butterfly swimmer.
A brilliant butterfly swimmer at that, I must say. I was more of a breaststroker myself. Yeah. Ironic, really.
Yeah, kind of opposites there, aren't
yeah.
And then, just to recap, we have the Lancaster A team is in lane 5. The York A team is in lane 4. The Lancaster B team is in lane 3, and York in lane 6.
So, yeah. Thank you, Zara. That's probably for my benefit more than the listeners, but I appreciate that.
Well, you can see the hats that people are wearing, which look quite similar to each other. Sometimes it's obvious to tell. If someone's got a bright green one or someone's got a bright yellow one, you can sort of tell.
Oh, and that is the whistle. We are starting up again with the individual events. What's first up?
The 100-meter front crawl. So we are starting now with 100-meter events. Starting with 100-meter front crawl. And again, we are starting with the women's A team in the first heat. In the second heat, we have the women's B team. And then we'll be going on to the men's A team and then the men's B team. So, just looking at our heat sheets.
These are the 50s. See, there's 100 here. So 100 freestyle, men's 100 free.
Oh, I'm incorrect. We're starting with the women's 100 backstroke.
Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, 100 back. So we've got
for the 100 backstroke. And
Lucy King for Lancaster, and
we have Emma Crookshanks. And for York, so this is 4 lengths of backstroke.
This is Emma Crookshanks' specialty, so she's hoping for a win here. Well, she is hoping for a win here. Spoke to her earlier.
Okay, so Emma is in the lead.
So that's Lancaster A in the lead, pacing it really nicely. Not too much distance between the other 3, though. So it's going to be tight for the second place spot.
There is. I remember second place is just as important.
Yeah,
you want
very
to get,
definitely.
If you can get a Lancaster 1-2 or a York 1-2,
that's extra points for
you get the most points.
Yeah.
So it is looking like the second A swimmer and the first York swimmer having a bit of a battle at the bottom. Emma looks like she's in the lead and winning it at this point of the race. I've got 1 more length left.
So now our second place is going to come into. Oh, it's going to be close. There's about a good arm's length between York B and Lancaster. Is that Lancaster B or is that York?
Lancaster A.
That is Lancaster A. No, Lancaster A. That's a win for Lancaster A. Emma Crookshanks. Second place.
Second place goes to Lancaster, and then
yeah.
third place York, and fourth place York. Okay, so now we have the men slash. Oh no, we don't. Sorry, we have the women's B
It's
team.
heat 2.
Heat 2.
Yeah, heat 2.
So in lane 2,
we have Charlie Oldfield for Lancaster C. Lane 3.
We have Rosie Hepworth.
And lane 5 for Lancaster's Lucy King. And then York, we've got...
In lane 4, we have Olivia Tiffany. So we have 1 York swimmer and 3 Lancaster swimmers. The swimmer in lane 2 is just an exhibition swimmer, so she doesn't get any points, but she is still joining in to race. So it's just lanes 3, 4 and 5 that will get the points.
Point scoring.
Okay, and they're off.
Okay. Some great underwaters. Really nice underwater.
So it's looking like it might be a bit of a tighter race than the women's A. All 4 of them are swimming in a line.
Nice. Good turn from Rosie Hepworth, Lancaster B.
So it looks like Lancaster lane 5, which is Lucy King.
Lane 5, yeah, lane 5.
Is in the
That's Lucy King and Rosie Hepworth in lane 3, going against Olivia Tiffany.
Followed closely by Olivia Tiffany.
That whistle sounds like going to hop in.
And like we
said,
said,
block.
we've got to wait for that klaxon.
Yeah, you've got to wait for that. If you jump in before that, you're in trouble. You're in trouble. Here we go.
Okay, and they're off.
A great cheer from the crowd there. Wow, some brilliant underwaters, just edging on that 15-meter mark.
Yep, you can't go past the 15-meter
cannot go through it, and there is a mark on the lane. We can see it.
Otherwise, you
This is a tight race, sorry. You've got all 4 of them pretty close. Looks like York A is taking the... Oh, no, Lancaster A with a brilliant underwater there, just taking the lead.
It is neck and neck coming into the halfway point.
That is close. Lancaster B swimming right behind, really close to the A swimmers as well.
So it is Lancaster B in the lead.
Oh, yes, only just by maybe a head length. Although York A really catching up here, taking the lead actually. And as they go into the final length. Oh, I synchronized turn there. This is an exciting race, guys.
You could not spit them. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Now this is exciting.
This is going to be close. It looks like York is just pulling ahead. Lancaster ahead behind. It's going to be down to the touch.
Who will it be?
And York get it by, oh wow, 0.3 of a second, guys. That's very close. Second place, Lancaster A.
And York have broken the minute there with that swim.
Yeah,
so
wow,
that is a
impressive,
great swim.
really impressive. Third place, Lancaster B. Fourth place, York B.
So great swim from Matthew Mahoney there from York.
Great swim.
Now we have the B team for the 100-meter backstroke.
So for Lancaster, we've got Ethan Billinge in lane 5, Toby Fotheringham in lane 3, and Alex Hodson in lane 2.
And for York, we have Sam Prince in lane 4 and Adam Parvin in lane 6.
Good luck, boys.
So we'll see if this one is as tight as the last one.
Yeah, it's going to be close. It's going to be close. I know Ethan Billinge has been training very hard. Toby Fotheringham seemed a bit nervous this morning, but he's going to be good. He's a strong swimmer. They're all strong swimmers here.
York swimmers look very prepared behind those blocks, don't they? Just a bit of a delay. Oh, there we go.
Alex Hodson in lane 2, looking raring to go.
Okay, getting ready to start the men's 100-meter backstroke B team. Off they go. So again, they can't go past that second yellow line underwater. All up before that. Oh, and this is neck and neck in that first length.
We've got all 5 of them really, really close. But this first length, as we said, we've got to pace it. They're all pacing it similarly.
Things can change.
Things can all change. It's all about the second and third length.
But they
Ethan Billinge for Lancaster B taking the lead currently.
Yeah, they're still going strong.
York just about an arm's length behind.
So that is Lancaster in the lead at the minute. The two York swimmers following closely behind.
Really close. Lane 6 coming in really hot for York.
And it looks like
Ethan is doing excellently here for Lancaster.
it is Ethan coming back strongly with
And
Sam.
Toby Fotheringham in lane, what's that, lane 3 for Lancaster B's, pushing for second. Ethan Billings for Lancaster A is going to take it. Second place is going to be close.
Second.
Oh, wow, 10th of a second in between there. York does clutch it.
So that is a Lancaster win and a York second.
With Lancaster coming third, York fourth. No, Lancaster fourth, York fifth.
Yeah. Okay, so we are moving on now to the 100-meter breaststroke.
Women's 100-meter breaststroke, heat 1. Oh, we've got some competitors in this.
So for York in lane 4.
York taking a very small lead at the moment. Andriana for Lancaster.
All in a line there. And you can see there that the underwaters really make a big difference on this swim.
Massive difference there. Andriana pulling back for Lancaster A.
Okay, and it's again another tight race.
I think Lancaster A might just clutch that turn on the 70 for the 50.
So Lancaster
going into the final 50 now. Andriana's really going to kick it up a notch now. I know
and
this
York
girl swim.
York swimmers are close behind.
You can see she is going for it. This is going to be close. And again, like we said, two-hand touch every time. You've got the adjudicators at the end watching for that two-hand touch.
And we have
Lancaster A making on the last leg.
And Caitlin coming back nice and strong for York. This could be all on the finish.
That second place is going to be interesting between York.
So it looks like Andriana's just pulling away.
So that's Lancaster A pulling away now. A brilliant finish. And she does make the touch. It's a 1:15.8 for Andriana. She will be happy with that.
And then a York second and third place there, which was really well fought.
Yeah, very well fought that.
And now we have the heat 2 for the 100-meter breaststroke, which is the B team. For York, in lane 4, we have Maya Leach.
And for Lancaster, we've got Lucy King in lane 5 and Danny Whiffen in lane 3.
So just the 3 of them in this heat.
Always quite nice to swim in a 3, I think.
It is.
Quite nice.
But again, all the points count.
All the points count. Beneficial to be in that middle lane. York A taking a good stance in that middle lane 4. And they're off.
Okay, and the first lane. And it is the York swimmer leading in the first lane.
It is close, though, coming into that second underwater.
There we go. Coming into the second length. This is full length, so they are halfway.
Yep, going into the second 50 now. Okay, so we've got a close York and Lancaster, very close in those B swimmers. They're about a head apart. York is pulling ahead, though.
Okay. So they're coming into their last length. It is the York swimmer, Maya Leach.
Maya Leach picking up the pace a little bit, picking up her stroke rate.
Again, look at those underwaters.
Wow.
The more you go, further you go, the better.
That's a great underwater for Lucy King there. Can Lancaster pull it back? York is putting up a great fight. They are really going for it.
The crowd is cheering them on.
Oh, it's going to be really close here, guys. Come on.
And
wow. Lancaster B making it just a touch by about a second. Really good finish there. York just behind. Very, very close event that.
Great swims from those girls.
That is an example of how you pace a 100 breast, everyone.
Okay, on to the men's 100-meter breaststroke. For York, we have Louis Doubleman in lane 4 and Will Sutcliffe in lane 6.
Lancaster, we've got McKinley Houghton and Zach Blee. McKinley for the main A swimmers.
Okay,
Zach Blee, my old rival. Let's see if he beats my time. He probably will.
Look at those underwaters right on that 50-meter mark. Great underwaters from all swimmers there.
Oh, it's neck and neck between the York A, Lancaster A swimmers in lane 4 and 5. That's McKinley.
And Louis Doubleman.
And thank you, Zara. Oh, wow. McKinley for
And
Lancaster. Just pulling it very, very slightly ahead. But you know what? The York B swimmer in lane 6 really, really close too. So onto the third length now. Lionel 50. We're going to pick it up now.
Okay,
second 50 is always a bit quick.
All to play for.
Wow, this is impressive. You've got York A coming up really close to Lancaster A. Oh, that's a really synchronized turn then.
Another neck and neck finish.
This is going to be a close one. McKinley for Lancaster A pulling ahead by just a head. This is going to be down to the touch.
We've got Wynn and Louis coming back at McKinley. Who will beat
Louis getting it. Oh, and he makes the touch. Lancaster A with a 200th of a second up.
Close race there.
Very close race. That brilliant from both swimmers.
And then Zach Lee coming in with a time of 1:08.03.
So now we're going to go to the 100 breast B swimmers. So we've got Ethan Coleman in lane 5 for Lancaster.
And then we have Will Hunt in lane 4.
So it's a direct versus race. These are always the most intense races.
They are.
I do not like them.
Lots of pressure on these two swimmers.
Lots and lots of pressure on these. So Ethan Coleman.
So 4 lengths of breaststroke.
They dive in, they're off.
Big cheers from the crowd.
You've got a lovely support from Lancaster at the end of the pool. Lancaster's first up after the underwater. They're taking an early lead, but he is both stroke rates, really high stroke rates on these. Sometimes we like to see a slow stroke rate on the first length, but they are just going for it.
So that is Lancaster in the lead, coming up to the halfway point.
Ethan Coleman just doing quite well, maybe a half a body length ahead, literally just a torso ahead.
But with Will Hunt coming back strongly.
Second 50, this is where we see the strength, this is where we see the power coming in now.
There's not much separating the two of them. Again,
a little bit short on that underwater. A little bit short, didn't make it to the 10 metre mark. It's the 75, 75 length that's tricky though. Lord knows I can't do it.
Okay, so they're coming into their last length.
Final length, great cheer there from Lancaster. About a body length ahead now.
All to play for still on this last length.
Yeah, definitely fatigued there. Lancaster losing a bit of gap there. York pushing for it. And Lancaster does make the touch there at a 1:12.9. Great swim, really, really strong swim there.
And then that is Will Hunt with the second place.
Well done. Ethan should be happy with that.
So we are moving on to the 200-metre freestyle.
No, the 100-metre freestyle. Oh, we don't know, ladies and gentlemen. We don't know. Yeah, I agree, but mine is... Okay. Well, we'll see by the pacing. And
okay.
We're off.
I think this is a 100-metre front crawl.
I think this is 100.
So this is 4 lengths front crawl.
So 100 freestyle, we have Amelia Hardy in lane 5 for Lancaster. Ash in lane 3 for Lancaster. York, we're just trying to find it now, but they're doing well. It's a close match. These girls are really going for it. Lancaster, Amelia Hardy for Lancaster A, pulling just ahead with actually Ash coming in second. The second place is going to be close. So York doing well.
For York, we've got Katie Snell in lane 4 and Hannah Tate in lane 6.
Brilliant. So Amelia Hardy is in front on the 75-metre length. Good boy length. The second place is very, very close between Ash and Kate Snell. Yeah. Synchronized turn there, brilliant. Now, wow.
And they're coming back on
Ash
Amelia.
for Lancaster in lane 3. Just looks like she's going to get the second. York putting up a really good fight here.
Last 5 metres, and it is Lancaster with the win, and then York with the second place.
Amelia with just on a 1 minute point 7.
And Lancaster with the third place.
Great race there. So next, I think we've got, do we have a B? Yeah, we do have a women's B 100 freestyle for this. So that's 4 lengths front crawl. And we had Jess Williamson for lane 5 Lancaster, Amy Altram and Holly Schowler in lane 2 for the exhibition match.
And for York, we have Lucy-Ann Cunliffe in lane 4.
And they're off.
So 4 lengths front crawl.
Quick
Again,
pop up from
lovely
Lancaster.
start from all swimmers there.
Really nice in line. They're pacing it well. We've got York currently, they are close. Lancaster has taken the lead on the second length. Only just though, York really close behind.
So these girls, you can see their legs kicking there. They're giving it everything they have.
This is a really big event for them, 100 free. Everyone wants to do it. Going into the 75. Looks like Lancaster's still clutching it. Zara trying to correct me, failing.
Okay, tight on this last lane.
Oh, it's going to be close, Zara. Lancaster is just a head length ahead.
So that's
Lucy Ann Cunliffe catching up on that final minute. Oh, this is going to be a touch.
This is going to be close.
It's going to be close. Lancaster does make it by 0.4 of a second. Brilliant swim. So Lancaster A for the win, York A for the second. Oh, York B for the second. Oh, sorry, York B for the second. Brilliant. Oh, God, yeah, it's the B.
Okay, so we now have the men's 100-metre freestyle with the A team. So for York, in lane 4, we have Ben Horton, and in lane 6, we have Jamie Edwards.
Got Luca Morelli for lane 5 for Lancaster, and Sam Grimms for lane 3. Now these boys, this is a... Oh, they're going off. And they're off. Great dives there, lovely underwaters. Oh, wow, great underwater from the York Ace, no, York B swimmer, no, York A swimmer.
York A swimmer.
Got A's, B's, I don't know.
So, neck and
Luca
neck.
Morelli putting up a really good fight, catching up for Lancaster A.
Ben Horton in that middle lane, still going strong.
Wow, these are close matches, guys.
Lancaster just in the lead at the halfway
3,
point.
4 and 5 all really in line there. Lancaster A just managing, Luca Morelli just managing to keep it steady. Oh, this could be a 1-2 win for Lancaster. Lane 3, Sam Grimms. Oh, wow, this is going to be close. Luca Morelli first, Sam Grimms second so far, coming up to the final 5 metres.
York in the middle there, still keeping with them.
And that is a 1-2 win for Lancaster. Luca Morelli pulling out an amazing 53.8.
We've got some lovely signs
Got a
over
roses
there.
are red sign from Lancaster.
And York,
massive
the
one.
spectators.
Oh, we would like a big sign. Thank you.
Some smaller ones, if you'd like a smaller one.
I'll take a smaller one. I've got to hold a microphone. I'm very important.
Okay.
There you go.
We are getting some signs
So
here.
I've now got...
And we are starting with the men's B team 100 front crawl.
So
for York, we have Joel Summer, and in lane 6, we have Adam Broomfield.
Lucas Jackson and Harry Shaw with his bleached eyebrows for lane 3, Lancaster.
Great tradition, that, isn't it?
Very good tradition. All Lancaster, we bleach our hair. I've done
All
it many
good fun.
years. Harry Shaw deciding to bleach his eyebrows this year. I've been told he will be tinting them after he plays the polo match.
Does that make him some faster?
I think it does, you know.
Okay.
Sorry. And look, well, he's doing bloody excellently right now. He's in second place, looks like, although competing strongly with lane 6. That's York.
That is
In
Adam
the lead
Broomfield.
currently, we have a Lancaster A swimmer.
Both York swimmers catching up there.
It's Lucas Jackson for Lancaster in lane 5, pulling out a great lead on going into the final leg.
So it looks like 2
Harry
Lancaster.
Shaw pulling out an excellent swim. He could do this. The captain of the development team, and he looks like he's going to clench it. Come on, Harry Shaw. Amazing, great swim from everyone meeting. That's a 1-2 win for Lancaster B. Harry Shaw in the lead, followed closely by Lucas Jackson.
And then the York boys
Lancaster.
there, great effort from them.
Wow, 56-7.
Really big swims. Okay. Now, we have the 100-metre butterfly. We've got the girls' A team. For York, we have Ella Williams in lane 4 and Lily Bryant in lane 6.
Sorry, ladies, and that's Emma Crookshanks for lane 5 and Freya Tyas for lane 3. And this is the women's 100 butterfly.
Probably one of the harder events.
Oh, absolutely. Your event specialty, Zara, we must say.
Very hard. 4 lengths butterfly.
Now, Emma Crookshanks is not traditionally a fly swimmer. She will be brilliant in this, as we know. She's a great all-rounder, but not traditionally a fly swimmer. Oh, wow. And York, as we said before, York's specialty. This is their fastest girl. Brilliant lead on the fly swim on the first leg.
So they will start off fast. They will get a little bit tired towards the end. It's just who can hold on the best in this 100-meter fly.
Zara, how would you pace this?
Personally, I'd go out, controlled,
Yeah.
bring it back on the last 50.
Yeah.
If you die, you find it real
You
hard
die,
to get
you
those
die.
arms out the
You've got
water.
to keep it going. It is
And
tough.
this is
shoulder
a
to shoulder.
great swim from
Wow.
Ella Williams in lane 4. The
Really,
York,
really strong swim. There's massive lead.
Ella Williams from York there.
That is
Two body lengths ahead.
Almost a 5-meter lead on that slow turn, though.
And we've got a fight between Lily Bryant and Emma Crookshanks there from York and Lancaster.
Come on, Emma. Can she do it?
So it will
Oh, that is going to be really close to the second.
It will be Ella Williams with the win.
Emma Williams,
there
an
from
absolutely
York.
amazing grace from Emma Williams. 1:05.78. That's a brilliant swim. She'll be happy with that. Second coming in, Emma Crookshanks. Well done for Lancaster.
Third for Lily Bryant.
But wow, absolute stunning performance from Emma Williams there for York A. Really, really strong.
Lovely butterfly. And as you can see, if you zoomed in on the girls, they are quite tired after that one.
Yeah,
4 lengths
they
is a long
will
one.
absolutely have to do a swim down after that. We
Okay.
do have a B team here. Bobby Cox and Rosie Hepworth for Lancaster in lane 5 and 3.
And lane 4, we have Emily Passam from York.
And they're off. Bobby Cox, Lancaster as well for officer, doing great. York in the lead, great lead from the start again. Their fly swimmers are so strong this year.
They are. That's
Wow.
Emily Passam. Coming into that 50-meter mark.
Oh, wow.
but it
Bobby
is-
Cox closing
yeah.
the gap a little bit. She's got a lovely wide stroke there.
So they come into the halfway point.
Oh.
It is Emily Passam in the lead, followed by Bobby Cox.
Emily Passam sensing that gap and instantly widening it again. Really nice to see that reactive swimming going on there. Wow, that gap is just getting longer, unfortunately.
Now they've just got to hold on this last length. This last length will be their hardest length to swim.
This is tough.
Can Emily Passam hold it on?
Emily Passam got a good lead. Bobby Cox is known to be good finisher. And she is trying to close the gap.
Okay, they're coming
Wow,
into
Emily
that
Passam
last
doing
10
a great
metres.
swim.
So it looks like Emily Passam is going to get this win for York.
Yeah, brilliant finish from Emily Passam for York. Great swim, 1:10.75. Bobby Cox clutching with a 1:13. And Rosie Hepworth just trailing behind a little bit, but a great swim for her.
Again,
That'll
like
be a
we said,
1:20.
hardest race.
Hard event. We saw all three of them slow down on that last length.
We did.
Definitely stroke rate and just kick strength. But great event from them. Right now we're going to the Open A 100 butterfly.
So for York, we have Tom Maskell in lane 4, and in lane 6 we have Will Graham.
Jack Porter in lane 3 for Lancaster, and our A swimmer Omar.
Okay.
They're off to a great start. Wow, some really, really long underwater there. Just coming up. York, brilliant underwater there. York taking the lead on the first length. Closely followed by Jack Porter in lane 3.
So there's
Omar in lane 5, putting up a strong fight, but the York swimmers fly. Wow, lane 6 doing great here.
I think the
They might do a
butterfly-
1-2 win for this.
Yep, the butterfly for the York swimmers are really strong here. They're
Omar
in
for
the lead.
Lancaster Ray needs to pull out something strong here. They are, wow, really, really good body length ahead at least. Jack Porter putting up a great fight for Lancaster.
So that is Tom Maskell and Will Graham, who are in the lead here for York.
Okay, yeah. That's Tom Maskell, brilliant lead there. Lee is going to get the touch.
he's-
Oh, it's going to be a sub-minute. It's going to be a 56-7.
Can they both
Wow.
go sub-minute? Yes,
He
they
looks
can.
very happy with that. Lancaster, Jack Porter coming in and finishing with Omar at a 1:03.
Great swims there from York.
56. York seemed very happy with that. Tom Maskell, he'll be very happy with that. Might even be a PB. We don't know their PBs, but really, really strong swim.
Yeah, and that is the goal. Obviously winning roses, but if you can get those PBs, it really
That's
shows that
what
you've
matters.
put the training hours
Yeah,
in.
swimming is such an individual sport.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
We've got the B team now.
B team 100 butterfly. Got
And
McKinley Hooton and Henry Firth for Lancaster.
And we have Will Hunt in lane 4.
Will he hunt this race? Sorry. Sorry.
Thank you, Daniel. Okay, off they go.
Oh, McKinley taking an early lead. Will Hunt nice and close behind. Oh, good turn for McKinley for York. Not for York, for Lancaster. York close behind, only about an arm's length behind.
Okay.
Coming up to the first.
Coming up to that halfway point.
Yeah, halfway point.
Is close between
McKinley
them.
on a 28-3 split. Nice.
Again, good underwaters for all of those boys there.
You can just see that utter strength in McKinley's back for your. It's beautiful. You have to admit it. He's a lovely boy. I'll tell you that now.
And Will Hunt is following up in second.
Will Hunt. Although we've got Henry third catching up to that York swimmer.
So McKinley will take the lead on this one.
McKinley on a great lead there, 5 metre lead
and it's a battle between the boys and lanes 3
and Henry
4.
Firth has taken it over. Will Hunt just fatigues, I reckon, slowed down his stroke rate just a little bit, but a great swim for all of them. Looking at a 102 from McKinley, really nice.
Okay, we now have another
little
break before we start our next session. So again, they'll be swimming down, getting that lactic acid out, stretching their muscles out, because a lot of them will be in some of these
200 events next. 200.
Well, we've got the 200 metre front crawl, then we've got the 50 races, and then we've got the front crawl relays to finish.
Are we doing skins at the end? We're not.
No, not this year.
Oh, that's sad. So we normally do a skins. It's not always done at Roses. It's always a fun event. Well, we don't think we're doing it. We think we're... sorry, will you explain what skins is, please?
So skins, for those of you that don't know, there's a event picked out of a hat. So that can be 50 metre front crawl, 50 metre backstroke, breaststroke or butterfly. You don't know which stroke will be picked. The slowest swimmer is knocked out, and that will keep going round until you get your fastest swimmer. So in theory, you could have different strokes, or you could have 3 of the same strokes.
Yeah, we
just
don't know. So you're looking for a good all-rounder, aren't you, Zara?
Good all-rounder. So
who's our all-rounder? I think it's Emma Cruikshanks, isn't it?
It is for Lancaster.
She has done brilliantly in skins before. She's won it before.
I don't think we've got it at this year's Roses.
I don't. Oh, sad though. It's always a fun event right at the end.
Great event to finish off on. But we've got those relays, I think, to finish off. Which
yes, we do. Which are always they're the most exciting. I have to say, the relays are some brilliant runs.
So far, I think it's been pretty neck and neck between Lancaster and York.
It has. We're trying to keep a rough track of what's going on. Oh, I really couldn't say, Zara. It is close.
It is very tight.
Very close. I remember this is worth so many points, guys. So many points for these events. We're getting a great wave from the Lancaster team.
So the swimming in total is worth 12 points.
12 points there. So 6 for the men, 6 for the women.
Yep.
Yep. And then we've got
4 each for those A teams, and then 2 points for the B teams.
We've got all lanes open now. All this we can see lovely loads of swimmers just swimming down, getting ready for those next events. As Zara said, getting rid of that lactic acid in their system.
Yeah. And every race counts.
Every race counts, definitely.
You want to put your most into every single race. And we've got loads of swimmers here. We've got lots of different swimmers. You're going to have 20 plus swimmers on each team. Lots of them swimming multiple events. They will be getting tired as they go along. But again, probably want to save themselves for those relays at the end, since they are worth double points. So just a little break now, if you're joining us. Then we'll get back to the swimming shortly. If you are watching them swim down, they tend to do a couple of 100 metres. So a lot of these swimmers will probably do about full lengths in about 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes. Which means if they've got 5-10 minute rest, they can get a couple of 100 metres in, shake their legs out, get their heart rates down, recover a little bit before a lot of them will be swimming again in the next few events. The next few events, we've got 200 metres freestyle.
Tough race, 200.
It is, so that's 8 lengths of the pool. It's the longest race that we have on today.
Anyone in Lancaster knows a certain Adam Milner, an iconic member, alumni. His 200 is Bit question. He's not here now, sadly, but last year, watching his 200 was entertaining. I'll put it that way. So hopefully, the exhibition team will pull out a strong 200 swim.
So because it's 8 lengths, it really is a really tough one.
Really, how would you pace it?
I think you've got to go out controlled, come back a bit faster, because if you don't have enough on that last 50 or that last length, that is when you can get caught. And that is when we might see some places swapping over.
Yeah.
You might be in the lead at the beginning, and then
you just get fatigued if you push out too hard at the start. Yeah,
it's a
classic problem for swimmers. But we do a lot of training for these type of events. You do a lot of pace training, especially those 200s and 100s. We do an excellent event in Lancaster called USRPT. That's ultra short pace race training. Zara's spitting out her water there.
It's very warm in here, isn't it?
It is very warm in here. It is very warm. I'm getting hot. I might have to start taking off. No.
You might have to jump in the pool after this.
I think we should. You are wearing denim.
I am.
So
it's not stopped me before.
It's true. I've seen it.
We are commentating on the women's and the men's
polo. So join us again, please. Well, we're cracking. I'll be cracking more jokes.
Lots
of jokes to be made about.
Get another pool event. Lots of points on offer. And after the 200 front crawl, we've got the 50-metre races. So that's 50-metre butterfly, 50-metre backstroke, 50-metre breaststroke, and 50-metre front crawl. So these are your shorter events. These are your sprint events. You'll find a lot of them on their front crawl and the butterfly. We'll try and do it without breathing. A lot of them will be going to that second yellow mark underwater to try and maximise their speed, because you swim a lot faster under the water than you do over the water. Yeah,
every time you take a breath, it takes time, takes off a second. You're slowing your stroke down, you're slowing your stroke rate down. So. And
they've actually added the 50-metre races to the Olympics this year.
Oh, have
so
they?
People like Adam Peaty will be swimming the 50-metre breaststroke, hoping to get that first 50-metre gold medal.
Oh, amazing.
It is.
What kind of time do you think Andy Peaty's going to swim at 50?
Ooh.
What's his split? About 26? 20? No, it's faster. 20, 23.
No, 25.
I think the record's something like 25 for a split. We'll Google. We'll Google.
Anyway, so that's these races, super short speeding. There'll be a lot of them will be aiming to get close to that 30-second mark, or even that 25-second mark for 2 lengths.
Yeah, so I was right, 26. Well, 25.95 for Adam Peaty's world record. We won't be getting too close to that, but actually, our swimmers who's our breaststroker for the boys?
We'll have to have a look at the team sheets.
We'll have to look at the team sheets for that, but they are quick. Sorry, what was your 50 breaststroke?
I was a butterfly. Yeah, we know.
It's okay. We're not gonna ask mine.
On that subject, normally the swimmers specialise, don't they?
Yeah, great point. Yeah, so everyone specialises, and then you've got some people like Emma Crookshanks, who has a specialty but is a great all-rounder anyway. As we've obviously said, Zara's specialty, breaststroke, brilliant breaststroker she is. Sorry, butterfly. I'm the brilliant breaststroker.
Yes,
you're the okay butterfly.
Same with the Olympians. You kind of choose your stroke, and it takes a lot. I was swim captain last year. It takes a lot of effort to choose these teams. You want to choose your best team possible. Obviously, this year and last year, which is a change from recent years, we have got those B teams, which are point scoring.
Yeah.
So swimming now you can get a lot more points. So it's really important for those B team swimmers. You need a lot of good swimmers on your team.
And I think it's brilliant that they've done that, because these teams are huge. We're one of the biggest societies in Lancaster. I'm sure York is the same. There's a lot of swimmers in the swim teams. So having that availability to get points, B point scoring, obviously, there's one person per race a lot of the time. So it's really great that they can have that B team as well to point scoring B team.
It can be hard to choose, especially when you've got swimmers that are, similar in speed. And that's when tactics comes into play, which you might not think it does. But if someone's swimming 6 races, it might be better for them to focus on 4 and put someone else into your races. Who
may have a very slightly slower time, but actually, fatigue-wise, they can do it. They can push it out.
The more races you do, the more tired
you get, the more lactic acid you get.
And they have competed against each other at those races.
Yeah, we absolutely do a test round in training. Last week of boot camp is normally doing some really focus on that sprint training, and the captains are watching every second on that. Rosie Hepworth from Lancaster coming in. Would you like to say hello?
Hi guys.
No swearing.
I just swam atrocious, but do you know what? It's all about the finishing and the taking part.
The taking part that counts.
Exactly. You did brilliantly.
I did a hard finish, you know.
Yeah.
It was.
We've
It was
had
a tough
lots
finish.
of hard, tight finishes, haven't we?
I love a hard type finish.
Okay, so
Okay.
we've got obviously. How would you say your experience has been today?
It could have been better.
Okay.
My
Enjoying the
experience-
atmosphere?
the atmosphere is electric.
Yeah.
But do you know what's going to be better? The polo atmosphere. Polo baddies! Woo!
So that is.
Polo bears.
Polo bears, roar!
So we have the polo events coming up later this afternoon, which again will be great. Lots of supporters.
Yeah, really tough as well to get that. You know, we've just
Really
been talking
tough
about
sports.
stamina and fatigue in the pool for swimming. Polo takes it up a next level. You cannot touch the floor in polo, but we will detail all of this later.
We
What
will.
time's polo kicking off? At about
Join us later. It's about
3 o'clock?
3 o'clock.
3 o'clock, yeah.
3 o'clock for the men's, and then the women's will be slightly later, about 4 o'clock.
4:15 when we get clear the pool.
And if you
Yeah.
can, come down and watch. It is hot.
Yeah, wear shorts and a t-shirt.
Wear shorts and a t-shirt.
Or don't wear a t-shirt. We're not fast.
All the swimmers have got their tops
Yeah,
off.
we're literally just
They
staring at a bunch of half-naked people right now. But that's swimming for you. That is that sounds weird, but it's so normal for us. We're absolutely fine.
Okay, so I think we'll be starting in a few more minutes. It won't be long.
So yeah. So in these breaks, what are we doing in these breaks? We are obviously to swim down, but what all these people are sat on the side. What's your sort of routine?
So they'll be
these breaks.
refueling, maybe
Yeah.
having some food, getting
What
lots
was your
of
favorite?
water.
What was your favorite snack, Sarah?
Uh,
For swimming, mine. Now this is a weird one. I think only swimmers will relate to this. You know the little jelly cubes, like
Yes.
to make jelly before you make jelly.
yes.
Just pop one of them.
Jelly,
Oh,
yeah.
delicious. Great.
Little burst of energy.
Exactly.
You don't
Some
need
people
much.
do energy drinks. They love a Monster.
Yeah. And they'll also be supporting each other,
Yeah, of course, doing
They'll
pep
be
talks. Captains
yeah.
giving pep talks.
cheering themselves on. You'll have people that might be happy with their races, people that might be slightly disappointed, but it's all in the fun of the sport, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's,
Like we said before, it's a really individual sport, isn't it?
it is.
But at the end of the day, this is Roses. This is a team event here.
And you're going to be happy for all of those teammates, especially if they get those wins. You'll see some really big celebrations when they realise those points. So I think they've just called for the swimmers to get out of the pool so that they can begin the next races. And we'll be starting off with the 200 metre freestyle, which is 8 lengths front crawl. So we will be here for a bit longer, so stay watching if you are at home. And at least if they watch at home, you're not as warm as we are. Sat in the pool.
Oh, I wish we were sat in that pool right now. I am sweating, ladies and gentlemen.
It is warm. But lovely weather outside as well. Those other Roses events that are outside, again, go down and watch those. Lots of fun. Okay, so we've got some swimmers behind the blocks waiting, so it won't be long before we start. Just one more swimmer in the pool.
Might just be waiting for him to get out. It might be
They
telling him
might
off. I
be.
don't know. We expect to hear the whistle any second now.
Again, trying to get as much lactic acid out of his system as possible. A lot of these swimmers will also be in those polo events. So a lot of them will have to refuel, get some water, get warm, get dry before they're in those water polo events. A lot of those polo swimmers will come from a swimming background because they have that strength and stamina there to keep themselves going. Okay, just be underway shortly. And again, we'll be following the same format. If you've just joined us, the women are going to swim first in the A team. Then it'll be the women's B team. Then it will be the York B team, sorry.
God, Zara, can you get it right?
Sorry. Okay, that is the whistle, so we will
So we're starting off
with the women's.
200 freestyle.
For York, we have Hannah Tate in lane 4 and Lily Bryant in lane 6.
Lancaster, they're in. We've got Ash Kemp in lane 5, Izzy Jones in lane 3. They
So-
are off.
This is our 8 lengths front crawl.
Coming out very fast, I have to say.
They are, so that's their first length of 8 done.
Trying to pull that first base spot to hold on to it. Great swimming from Ash here.
It is very close between them. This could be another tight race that we're seeing here.
Lancaster currently taking the 1-2 spot. York poking very closely behind in lane 6. Very, very close. She's just closed that gap on the 75.
So they're coming into their third length. Again, they want to be working those underwaters. You are faster when you're under. So they want to be trying to go past those flags.
Yeah. Ooh, early underwater from all of them there.
And again, so as they're coming to this halfway point, we have Ash leading, followed closely by Lily Bryant in lane 6. Okay, and it's getting closer still at halfway. Ash still leading, Lily Bryant closely in second. It's
This
about
is where
Jones
we start heating
catching
up a bit.
This is when they'll start getting
They're
tired.
going to go now.
Lots of
This
support
final 75.
from the York and Lancaster crowd here.
Loads of support. Great, great crowd here. Really, really nice. Come down, see it. The atmosphere is hot, but the atmosphere is absolutely brilliant here. It is so close between this lane 5 and lane 6.
So that's 3 of them they're turning within about
Wow.
1 second of each other.
Into the final 50.
Lily Bryant is
Lily Bryant taking
lead.
the lead. Brilliant.
Ash clinging on. Isabel Jones
Can
coming
she?
back.
Or can Lancaster hold it onto it?
Last length, one more length of this race.
Izzy Jones just trailing behind those 2 at the front.
All to play for. Isabel Jones coming back.
Ash Stemp just lagging.
Can Lily
Lane
Bryant
6
get the win?
winner for York
She
at a
does.
2:14.
That
Lancaster
is a
a
York
second.
win. And Lancaster in third place. York finishing again in fourth.
At a 1:22.
So now we have the women's B team in the 200 metre freestyle. Same again, 8 lengths of this pool. In lane 4, we have Lucy Ann Cunliffe from York.
And we've got a Lucy King and Rosie Jones for lane 5 and lane 3 for Lancaster. And they're off.
So again, this and the 100 fly. 100 fly, 200 front crawl.
Yeah.
Hardest races, I would say.
Hard races. Yeah, definitely.
That
This
lactic
200.
acid that we've been talking about
And
really building up.
You get to that 150 mark and it is tiring. You feel the burn. You really do.
Grueling sportswomen. They put many hours in their training over boot camps to get to this point.
Yeah, Lancaster doing well here on the first 50. Really nice pacing there from Lucy King.
So that's a Lancaster 1-2.
I reckon York's going to kick it up and she's going to really go for it in the last 100. She is training, but I think it's deliberate.
Well,
it
like
looks
we saw
deliberate.
on the last one, all to play for.
It really is. It
All
really
to
is.
play
It can
for.
all change on these 200 events. Hopefully Lucy King's not gone too hard for Lancaster B. She is a really strong swimmer. She has
So
gone
we
out really quick. Coming into the 100-metre mark now, she is a good 5 metres in front of York B.
So we are at the halfway point. It is still a Lancaster
Rosie
1-2.
Jones doing really well. Good turn there.
And we've got Lucy Ann coming in third as well, not too far behind. Again,
Lucy Ann needs to
halfway.
kick it up now.
Okay, Lucy King still in first, closely by Rosie Jones.
Yeah, Rosie Jones, yeah.
And Lucy Ann again following.
Wow, so Lucy King is smashing this.
So most of this race has been done. We have 2 more lengths of this race. They will be getting tired, but look at their leg kicks. Look at that splash.
Wow, yeah, that's the most
They'll
important
be
part.
really trying on these
Shoulders and
last.
arms get really tired. Your legs have just got to keep kicking. Really nice from Lucy King. about 15 meters ahead now into the last. Is this the last thing?
Into
it is the last leg, right. Rosie Jones following second, about 5 meters behind, 10 meters behind.
And then Lucy Ann coming in third.
Coming in third.
I think
this is going to be a Lancaster 1-2.
Yep, that order will be the same as they come into their last length. Lucy King with the win at 2 minutes 17.
Wow, great time. Rosie Jones coming in second for Lancaster
with
2:25. And
Lucy Ann with a 2:29 there. Great swim from all those girls.
Really nice swim, yeah. So now we have the
men's 200 meter freestyle. We have the A team. So for York in lane 4, we have Will Sutcliffe, and in lane 6, we have Jamie Edwards.
For Lancaster, we've got James Platt in lane 5 and Jamie McLaurin in lane 3. It's the men's 200 freestyle. Was that a swimmer that shouted there, or someone?
I think that was just a
I shout when I dive.
Do you?
Yeah,
Oh,
I'd give it a little growl.
Yeah. Each to their own.
Get yourself in the mood, Zara. Get yourself in the mood.
Different tactics, hey. Okay, first leg. They're all close together here.
Really, really close here. It looks like... Who is that? That's James Platt pulling a very slight lead on the first 50.
Okay,
Will
so
Sutcliffe.
that's Will Sutcliffe in the lead. Oh,
No, it's not. No, it's not. That's James Platt for Lancaster in A's in the lead.
Forgive me.
And yeah, Jamie McLaurin in. Oh, it's going to be a close second between Jamie McLaurin and Will Sutcliffe. James Edwards just training a little bit, but still doing well.
We're coming up to that halfway point here. So Lancaster in the lead.
Wow, he's really pacing that. Lancaster A absolutely smashing it. James Platt really pacing quick for this last 100.
That 1 minute mark. So let's see if they can get to that 2 minute point. If they break that 2 minute barrier, that would be fantastic.
That would be really, really impressive from that. So it looking like a Lancaster 1-2 at the moment, but Will Sutcliffe is really, really close behind our Lancaster A.
And look at their legs, they're really powering onto these last.
They are really going for it. You can see the splash coming up. I wish it would splash us. If only. Kick a bit harder, boys. Come on.
Reach the ceiling.
So we've got a good few meters lead for Lancaster A. That's James Platt into the final turn.
And it looks like
this could be a Lancaster 1-2 again for the men's.
And it could be a close finish.
Oh, York putting up a really strong fight on this last 25.
Watch that clock.
Watch the clock. 58, 59, 2 minutes. Oh, 2 dead.
Just outside.
Really just off it. Really, really strong race from all the boys here. Finally coming in. Jamie Edwards coming in lane 6 in 4th place. So that's a 1-2 win for Lancaster. 3rd place York A. 4th place York B.
Okay.
So the men's open 200 freestyle coming up next.
We have Jake Platt in lane 4 for York.
And Lancaster has Toby Fotheringham in lane 5 and Henry Firth in lane 3. 2 swimmers we have seen before today. This is their 2nd or 3rd event. Henry Firth, I believe, is his 3rd event.
Lovely shark hat on there for Jake.
Oh, it's a beautiful
Platt.
Shark hat.
Can he swim like a shark, Dan?
Well, it's got a fin, so hopefully it'll make him extra fast for York. Can he do it? Great underwater. Oh, it's going to be, this is going to be a close race, you can just tell.
Again, this is 8 lengths, so they've still got a way to go.
A long way to go. York taking a very slight lead at the early, but it's early days here for the 200. Toby Fotheringham and Henry Firth just...
Come on, Fothers!
Okay, Jake Platt in the lead at the 50-metre point for York.
Brucey Hepworth trying to cut in there.
So he's about a body length and a half as he comes into the 75-metre point.
So on this first 100, we are pacing slow. Toby Fotheringham is going to pick it up in the second 100. But, you know, so is Jake Platt, so it's going to be a close match.
Everything can change.
Good body length ahead at the moment. Henry Firth doing well, pacing along nicely. He's going to kick it up. We know he's got energy to spare.
Jake Platt finishing in first at the halfway point.
His kick is lovely.
Great technique there from Jake Platt.
Yeah, really nice technique there. Really strong arms, pacing it nice and slow. going into the second 100 now.
Now this is where we can see those
Final
placings
75.
change.
Here we go.
People start to get tired.
And
People
Toby's
pick
pushed
it
off
up.
hard there.
Jake Platt still a body length ahead.
Still to play for. He's about body length behind Lancaster. York doing well here to keep ahead. That's Jake Platt doing really well. Into the final 50. And you can see him pulling. He's just starting to gallop.
He's about 2 body lengths ahead now, Jake Platt, pulling away.
Yeah, pulling away really nicely, actually. A good 2 body lengths at least. Going to be a good 5 meters ahead there. Toby's going to have to pull out some really some magic stuff here on the 25. Ooh.
Okay, so Jake Platt.
York is going to do smashing here.
Coming in first for York.
Brilliant swim from James Platt at a 207.8. Toby Fotheringham for Lancaster B coming in second. Just touching at a 214. Henry Firth for Lancaster B coming in third in lane 3. Great swims from all 3.
So that is the
Well done, Jake Platt.
Yes, 200 metre race is done.
Yeah, now we go on to the exciting stuff.
Well, we have a break first, I believe.
Yes, sorry, you are absolutely right. We do the 200s. That is simply because anyone swimming at 200 is going to be
tired.
Very tired, and they will need to swim down after that, especially if they've got an individual 50 coming up.
Yep, so following those 200s, we have the 50 metre front crawl.
Then backstroke.
Then breaststroke.
And finishing off a fly before the amazing medley relays.
Then we have another break. Yeah, before we've got those
the freestyle
relays.
Yeah.
So again, some of these swimmers might want to swim down. And they'll be getting ready for those 50 metre races before those relays.
Brilliant. So we'll have about probably about 5 minutes, 10 minutes maybe.
Yeah, and you can expect those 50 metre races to be quite close since they are so short.
Yeah, absolutely. 2 lengths of the pool.
Like we said earlier.
Really important to get a turn in.
Aiming for that 30-second mark, as close to that as possible, or under it.
Yeah, a lot of the boys will be swimming under that, especially for the freestyle. We're looking at the A swimmers. We're looking at sort of 25s, potentially sub 25s if we can get it. Will be amazing to see that today.
And like we say, a lot of them will be tired, so it's really pushing. And these last bits, they've been here. They started at 10:30. We're already an hour and a half in.
They were in at 10, warming up, weren't they?
They were.
Nearly first
2
races.
hours. Nearly 2 hours they've been in the pool. Few of them swimming down at the bottom there.
We do have. Oh, that'll be Jake Platt swimming down after just absolutely smashing that 200.
Yep. Again, lots of supporters in here. Lots of people cheering on, friends, family. Again, we've got the polo later. If you would like to come down and watch.
Yeah, polo is a really, really exciting game to watch as well. It is really, it's so fast paced. Swimming is obviously, it's individual events, so it can be a little tricky to follow. Polo is just aggressive, brilliant, fun, fast paced, lots and lots of goals all the time. We are going to put up a really big fight this year.
Everyone is.
Everyone is. It's so true. Everyone is. Polo team, I've heard, have been training really, really hard. We've got some really strong polo players in both Lancaster and York. So we are, we're all a bit worried here. I'm sure York's a bit worried. Lancaster's a bit worried.
Big cheers for Jake there. Lots of supporters.
No, we've got.
So we do have a para-swimmer, Tom Smith, as well, that will be racing
He's been
with us today.
with the uni for about, is it 3 years? It's his 3rd year now.
Yep, for Lancaster
Yeah, he's
Uni.
doing great. And he's swam in every roses, done brilliantly every time.
So I think he is just warming up here.
Yeah, he's just warming up at the moment, just practicing his dives, getting that sorted. Really important to keep that warm up, keep warm. Just practicing his outstrokes. So that's the first few strokes you come out. You want to be so strong on those strokes on the first strokes, especially with something like breast or fly. You need to be strong, and then you can cool it down after the first 3.
And whilst the stamina and the strength is important, the technique based. So as you can see at the start there, you've got those blue blocks, really pushing those starts, pushing off your feet, trying to dive in as hard as you can. Yeah,
getting that head up, it's a hard thing to do, is off the blocks. It's something that you learn when you're very young as a swimmer. When did you learn, Zara? How old were you when you learned off blocks diving?
A baby.
A baby. She was a born diver. She's got a beautiful dive.
I have.
Okay, Zara. I think I was about 8 or 9. First block training. So yeah, you learn really young.
You do.
If you learn like me, you're not very good when you're 22, but that's okay. If you learn like Zara, you're still fantastic.
Well, a lot of these swimmers will have been swimming since they were young. Both York and Lancaster.
Yeah.
Some of them might have had breaks. They've come back to the sport. I think both teams do a really good job of including everyone. I think they obviously have different abilities in both of those teams, and just making sure it's a good environment for these races.
Yeah, absolutely. An environment is so important in a sport like this. You know, we keep saying it's an individual sport, but it's not. It really is a team here. You know, York and Lancaster, everyone is so close. You can see it on the pool side. Everyone's supporting each other. Literally, the ends of the lanes are just swamped with people supporting, which is lovely, lovely, lovely to see.
Yeah.
It's always been like that. But everyone gets very, very passionate in the last few events. I'll tell you that now. The noise will be astronomical here.
It will be. And like we say, it's a hard sport. It's hard, physically as well. A lot of these will be swimming 5 hours, 10 hours.
Oh, God, yeah.
Roughly around there. So it takes a lot out of you. A lot to be disciplined and a lot to show up here today.
Definitely a lot to be disciplined, especially at this age. You know, people who perhaps have taken a break in those teenage years, trying to adjust that technique is so much harder when you're a bit older. So much harder. I know that we've all sort of struggled with it in uni in the past. So these swimmers to be this good, especially those ones who have taken a break and have come in and really put the effort in and tried to adjust their technique, it's just shows a lot of effort, a lot of commitment to the sport.
Yeah, and anyone watching, I hope you're proud of your swimmers. If you know any of the swimmers.
Absolutely. If you know anyone swimming today.
There's lots of people here that are cheering their swimmers on. And those teammates will be proud. Again, they'll be cheering them on. So I think we are just getting ready to start again in those 50-metre races. It'll be another minute or so.
Yeah, first up, we've got the women's 50 freestyle. They're just warming up. We hear some slaps there. Zara, can you explain slapping up, please?
Yeah, so if you can see some of those girls now, or boys, they'll be slapping their legs and their arms, basically just to activate them, get them prepped and ready for those swims. Anything that gives you a bit of an advantage, you'll try. Don't do it too hard. You'll see a lot of them with red marks on themselves.
Yeah, absolutely. And they're not painted on for roses. They are just handprints.
Okay, starting with the women's 18 50-metre freestyle.
We have an update on the score just before we start. York is clutching it by 2 points, 37 v 35 for Lancaster. So and the girls are off on the 50s, so these 50s matter massively.
All to play for here. We have Katie Snell from York in lane 4 and Amelie Passam in lane 6 from Lancaster.
We've got Amelia Hardy and Ash Kemp.
So like we say, nice and tight here. Not much to separate these girls. Last 10 metres, their finish is super important. I can't call it down.
Oh, Bob. Wow, 28.07. Lancaster win. Second York, really, really close behind.
And then a Lancaster third and York fourth.
Amazing event there. This is what I mean. They are so fast-paced. That's a sub 30, 28 seconds for the girls.
Yep, short, snappy.
Yeah, really short, snappy. These races go so quickly.
So we have the women's B team now. We have lane 4, Caitlin McNicholas from York.
And for Lancaster, we have Alice Azaris, Elodie Rollins, and Emily Mant in the exhibition lane. Great start. York making a little lead at the start.
Okay, so just 2 lengths here. Again,
Alice Lazarus coming in for Lancaster.
Trying to get
very, very close.
30-second mark. So that is Caitlin McNicholas
doing well. Lead. Oh, she's going to clutch it. And York B does clutch it on a 29.5. Wow, great swim. Lancaster coming in second on a 29.7. Third place, is that a Lancaster third?
Yeah.
Yep, and then a York fourth. Lancaster fifth.
Okay, on to the men's.
Great swims there. Now, the men, so you're looking at about 26, 25 times these boys will be aiming for. For Lancaster, we've got Luca Morelli, Sam Grims, and Tom Smith in his para lane 2.
And we have Tom Ascot in lane 4 and Ben Horton in lane 6 for York.
Big event here. And they're off. Oh, wow. Okay, it's going to be really close between Luca Morelli and
Tom Maskell.
Tom Maskell. Tom Maskell beats him to the turn.
It looks like Tom Maskell's got the lead
Wow,
here.
Tom Maskell putting out a great time here. This is going to be a really low 20.
He's pulling away from the swimmers.
Beautiful stroke there. Wow, 24.10. First place for York A. Second place, Lancaster A at 24.7. Third place.
Lancaster.
That's York, third place. Oh no, match, same time. Wow, we have a match time, 25.05 for third place. That's a Lancaster and a York.
And we've got Tom Smith finishing here. We have our Lancaster para swimmer, Tom Smith, coming into the wall now.
Is someone timing him?
Lots of
Oh, they've
support.
reset it.
And that's Tom Smith finishing his race there. Okay, we have the men's 50-metre front crawl B team. For York, we have Joel Sumner in lane 4, and in lane 6 we have Adam Broomfield.
For Lancaster, we've got James Rates in lane 5, Harry Shaw in lane 3, and Matt Nunn in exhibition lane 2. Harry Shaw pulling out a great swim on the 100. Can he do the same on the 50? James Rates a really, really fast swimmer with this. And off they go.
Okay, so the boys are off again. Expect it to be a close race.
James Rates for Lancaster B pulling in ahead just slightly. Harry Shaw subtly behind. York neck and neck with Harry Shaw.
So Joel Sumner up there with the Lancasters.
Great turn from Jake.
Looks
Wow, this is going to be a really fast swim from James Rates for Lancaster B. He is going to take the gold. 24.15, brilliant swim. Second place,
with Harry Shaw.
Harry Shaw for Lancaster. That's a 1-2 for Lancaster again at 26.5. Third place,
for
York.
And fourth for York as well.
Brilliant swims from everyone there.
Okay.
Wow, 24.15. That's almost as fast as the York A swimmer.
It
Who
was.
swam a 24.1, so a fifth, not even a fifth, a
Red and blue suit.
20th of a second.
Yeah, really fast swims from there.
Great swim from there.
We are now moving on to the 50-metre backstroke. We
So-
have the women's 18. In lane 4, we have Ella Williams. In lane 6, we have Jennifer Lowry for York.
And Lancaster, we've got Emma Cruikshanks in lane 5 and Freya Tass for lane 3. Emma Cruikshanks, this is her standout event.
And they start in the water for this one. They want to pull themselves up and try and launch themselves over the water.
Yeah, almost getting out of the water completely on that pull-up. Really impressive, get a nice arch. Off they go. These underwaters on these backstroke events really matter. Wow, York pulling out an excellent underwater there. Really, really nice. York A in the lead.
That is Ella Williams, who is that butterfly swimmer. She is having a great
Wow,
competition.
she is having a great day, isn't she? Emma trailing just behind.
So Ella Williams from York is taking this lead. Emma Cruikshanks is currently in second.
And Freya for Lancaster is in third.
So Ella
So that's-
Williams with the win there at 30.8.
Emma Cruikshanks coming on 32. Third place, is that York?
Whereas Lancaster 34.1.
And and fourth place, York at 34.5.
Okay, so we are starting the women's B. With the 50-metre backstroke for York, we have Olivia Tiffany in lane 4.
And for Lancaster, we have Lucy King in lane 5 and Charlie Oldfield in lane 3.
So starting in the water. Okay, off they go.
Nice start from Lucy King. Lancaster, Olivia Tiffany training very.
Not
They're actually
much.
very, very close.
Yeah, not
Charlie
much to
Oldfield
separate
really
them.
pushing it out here. She's doing great here.
All three of them neck and neck as
Nice
they come into this
turns.
last length.
Lucy King on a great underwater there. Just pulling ahead, maybe about an arm's length ahead. Second place currently looking at York.
Olivia Tiffany
Olivia
in
Tiffany
second.
doing well. It's going to be
Currently.
Lucy King takes it for Lancaster. First place 34.04.
And
Second place
second.
York 35.27.
And Charlie in third.
And yeah, Charlie in third for Lancaster on a 36.
Okay, on to the boys 50-meter backstroke. We're starting with the men's
now
18.
for the boys.
We have for York, Matthew Mahoney in lane 4 and Jake Platt in lane 6.
Yeah, we've got for Lancaster, we've got Ethan Bland in lane 5, Zach Kirkham in lane 3, and Tom Smith, our para swimmer, in lane 2. So 50 backstroke. Hopping into the water at that whistle. Oh, that whistle.
It's 2 whistles. It can be confusing.
It is confusing.
Okay, and the boys are off.
Let's watch these underwaters.
Again,
They're looking for that 15-meter mark.
Can't go past that second yellow line.
Lancaster coming up, York coming up. Wow, some strong swimming from York. Really, really nice. York pulling ahead. Currently,
that is Matthew Mahoney.
Matthew Mahoney doing well. Lancaster trailing just behind. A fantastic underwater from Lancaster. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant.
Tight race
from Ethan Bland. It's going to be close.
It is Matthew Mahoney for the win with 27.74.
Wow. Second place, Lancaster A. Third place, Lancaster, yeah. And fourth,
who's Jake Platt?
Jake Platt, thank you. Tom Smith finishing off this race, doing amazingly well. So he's trained really hard for this.
This is the Lancaster para swimmer.
Great to hear some amazing cheers for him. He's a wonderful, wonderful guy.
And he comes
in. And a great touch to finish. Lovely. Well done.
So 55.68 from Tom.
Yeah, he'll be happy with that. Good 55.
Great to see the inclusion in this sport
Absolutely.
as well.
So we've got the B swimmers now. So for Lancaster, we have Ethan Billinge in lane 5, Reese Graham in lane 3, and Alex Hodson in lane 2. And for York,
we have Sam Prince in lane 4 and Adam Parvin in lane 6.
Let's go. Brilliant. Okay. Off they go.
So great over the top of the water there for lane 5.
Lovely underwater from Ethan Billinge there. Really, really nice. Coming up at about the 13-meter mark. Pulling ahead. This is going to be close.
Everyone's close together on this one.
Reese Graham doing excellently in lane 3. Or only just second.
The York swimmers slightly behind.
Wow, this is going to be really close. Ethan Billinge for Lancaster A doing really well here. Great swim, great swim. First place, Lancaster, 30.44. That's Ethan Billinge.
York.
Third place was
Lancaster
at 31.
And
that was Reese
place
Graham.
Was York, 32.0.
Brilliant race. And fifth place, Alex Hodson, and 32.
And now we're moving on.
Yeah, really close there. The split there, really, really close. 30 to 32, literally 2 seconds in the whole race.
Yeah, these races are going to be won by milliseconds.
Yeah, really, really close. So women's 50 breaststroke
50
now.
Breaststroke.
A swimmers for Lancaster, we have Andriana and Chloe Taylor.
And for York, we have Caitlin McNicholas in lane 4 and Jess Sanford in lane 6.
This is going to be a standout event. Andriana loves this event. Oh, this is going to be really close one. York swimmers pulling out an instant lead.
Both of those.
Chloe Taylor catching up though.
Yeah.
Andriana's going to kick it on now. Turn matters. Great turns.
All touched together there.
Yeah,
so
really
close.
Nice.
Can't separate those girls.
Oh, wow, this is incredible. This is going to be 100. All three of them, both York swimmers and Lancaster A. That's Andriana for Lancaster A. Really, really neck and neck into the flags. Final 5 meters. This is going to be so tight. Oh, and Lancaster take it with a 35.44. That's Andriana. Second place
was York.
And York 35.79. Third place York. Fourth place Lancaster. Really amazing finish there from Andriana for Lancaster.
100 separating those girls.
Yeah, literally 100 per second. So, women's B for breaststroke.
Okay. If you
Bobby Cox for Lancaster, Gabby De Castro, and Danny Whiffin.
And if you are just joining us now, it is the 50-meter breaststroke.
Women's 50-meter breaststroke
the
B
women's B team.
And they're off. We've got Bobby Cox in lane 5 for Lancaster.
We have Maya Leach in lane 4.
Gabby De Castro in lane 3 and Danny Whiffin in lane 2. Really close match here.
Yeah, we have Lancaster lane 5, York lane 4, Lancaster lane 3, and Lancaster lane 2. It is just lanes 3, 4, and 5 that are point scoring.
So we've got Lancaster in lane, not Lancaster, York in lane 4, just pulling ahead at the moment. A lovely little lead. Bobby Cox for Lancaster lane 5, pulling in right, really, really close, coming into the final 5 metres. It is close.
And I think it will be my
York's going to do it. Yep, brilliant time of 36.65. Bobby coming in second for Lancaster at 37. Third place, Lancaster at 40. Fourth place,
so
York
that
41.
Is a York win. If you're new to the channel, the A teams are competing for 4 overall points for roses, and the B team are competing for 2 overall points for roses. So there's 12 points.
12 points available for these swimmers. It's a big event, big point scoring event. Moving on to the men's 50 breaststroke for the A swimmers.
For York, we have Louis Doubleman in lane 4 and Will Sutcliffe in lane 6.
Lancaster, we've got Andre Derzak in lane 5 and Zach Blee for lane 3. These guys are really well matched here. This is going to be an event to watch.
So just 2 lengths of the pool. They're aiming to get close as they can to that 30-second mark.
Andre with an incredibly fast stroke pace. Really, really nice to see. York not giving him any wiggle room though. He is neck and neck.
Louis Doubleman
doing great between Andre Derzak. Zach Blee not too far behind. York B also really close.
Another tight finish here.
This
10
is going to be a
metres.
bloody tight finish. Andre needs to push it for Lancaster. Louis doing well for York. It's going to be down to a touch. And Lancaster take it on a 30.51 from Andre Derzak. An excellent time. 400th of a second later, you've got second place for York, and that's Louis Doubleman.
So really tight races, these short,
third
snappy.
place Lancaster, fourth place
You can
York.
expect these to be won by fingertips,
These
milliseconds.
really are fingertips. It's all about stretching those hands out, getting that final touch in.
Yeah. And now we have the men's 50-metre breaststroke B team. We have for York, Michael Connery in lane 4.
And Ethan Coleman in lane 5 for Lancaster, and Apo Capasos in lane 3 also for Lancaster. So just 3 of them in this race.
So again, they want to try and get as many points as they can from these races.
Long underwater from York, lovely to see. Apo in lane 3 for Lancaster, doing well, pulling ahead on the first 25. Lovely turn from Apo.
So that's the 2 Lancaster swimmers ahead.
Ethan Coleman in
halfway.
second. York just trailing about an arm's length behind in third place. This is the B event, remember, so this is worth 2 points.
Okay, 2 Lancaster ones are
Yeah,
gonna
brilliant.
get the win.
1-2 Lancaster. That's first and second for Lancaster. Apo, amazing time on a 33.7. 33 dead. Second place goes to Ethan Coleman on a 33.07. Really close behind his teammate. And third place, 34.7 for York. Moving swiftly on, these races are fast-paced, guys. Moving swiftly on, we have the women's 50 butterfly.
With York, Ella Williams in lane 4 and Katie Snell in lane 6.
Amelia Hardy for lane 5 Lancaster and Jess Williamson in lane 3.
And if you are new here, York was slightly ahead at the halfway point.
Yeah, just slightly, about 2 points ahead, 37, 35.
It is all to play for on
We
these
don't
50.
know the score at the moment. We're not keeping track of it, but it is close. It is York Lancaster here.
So
into the women's A team 50 butterfly. York, an excellent lead on the
Ella
first
Williams
25.
already a body length
Ella
ahead
Williams,
at halfway.
she's done it before. She'll do it again. She has just been brilliant all day today, winning the 100, winning the 200. Can she win the 50? It looks like a yes. It could be a 1-2 second win for York here. Going to be close. York take it on a 29.05 to 50 fly. Brilliant time. Second place, also York. That's our first second lead to York. Third and fourth for Lancaster. Only 2 seconds in it.
Great swims for those girls
Really,
there.
really strong swim
and
from
we
Elliot.
move on to Heat 2, which is the B team,
Yep.
which is for York, Emily Passam in lane 4.
Oh, and Lancaster, you've got lane 5, Elodie Rollins, Bethany Wright for lane 3, and lane 2, Amy Barlow.
So lots of points here for these girls.
Loads of points here. Let's do this, girls. Come on.
Just 2 lengths of the pool.
So you are going
So
absolutely balls to the wall here. You are as fast as you can on these 50s.
Watch their legs. Look how much they're splashing.
Really nice start from York.
This is one of the harder races.
Really
Expect
tough.
this to be quite a close finish.
York taking the 25.
Amelie in the lead at halfway.
Elodie Rollins for Lancaster, really an arm's length behind, really close.
Lots of cheers from the crowd.
Loads
here.
of lovely cheers from the crowd. Great support here. York is going to take it. And she does. Amazing swim. 31.7. 32 for Lancaster coming in second. Third place, Lancaster for... Oh, it's a great swim from Amy Barlow, Lancaster.
So that's a win for Amelie and a win for York and that women's B team 50-metre butterfly. We move on to the men's 50-metre butterfly. We have the A team. For York, in lane 4, we have Tom Maskell. In lane 6, we have Will Graham.
And for Lancaster, we have Jack Porter in lane 5 and Omar El Geldi in lane 3. So all strong swimmers here. Jack Porter,
if they
a standout
get a win,
flyer.
they get 4 individual points. Second is 3 points. Third is 2 points. And fourth place is 1 point.
Amazing. Okay, and they're off. York taking an early lead here in both events. They could 1-2 this, guys.
So they're
Jack Porter putting up a fight for Lancaster.
Trying to get ahead here. 1-2 would be really important at this stage.
Oh,
Loads of
wow,
underwater.
brilliant underwater there from lead swimmer Sam Price. Excellent swim. That's a 25.53 for York in lane 4. Brilliant. Followed in second place by York again, 26. That's a 1-2 win for York. That really matters. Those are you're getting those 7 points. Brilliant lead.
That's 2 1-2s for York.
Wow, yeah, impressive on that butterfly.
Moving on.
Moving on, this is our final 50. So men's B swimmers, 50 butterfly. For Lancaster, we have Jamie McLaurin in lane 5, Alex Mann for lane 3, and Matthew Parry in lane 2.
And for York, we have Will Hunt in lane 4 and Joel Sumner in lane 6. So they can't go past that second yellow line under the water. So they'll be coming up before that, starting their strokes.
Jamie McLaurin taking a slow lead. Will Hunt very close behind. Who's in lane 3?
Really
lane 3 swimmer doing
here.
great. Alex Mann pushing it out. Brilliant swim from Alex Mann so far. Coming in the 25, it's going to be so close.
This is going to come down to the finish.
Alex
Really
Mann
close.
pushing for it.
Last 5
For
meters.
Lancaster. And he's going to take the touch. On a 28.86.
So that's a Lancaster win.
And a Lancaster 1-2.
That's another yeah.
Brilliant
Lancaster
swim from them. A
1-2.
29.10, 28.68.
Okay.
Brilliant swims from everyone there. Really close. And only 3 seconds in that race between first and last.
That is our 50-metre races finished.
So we'll have to find the score after those 50 races. Those were
will.
really intense. We've only got 2 events left. That is the women's 4x50 freestyle relay and the men's 4x50 freestyle relay. So that's 4 swimmers, each swimming 2 lengths of the pool, diving in each time. You must be careful on the touch. This is a really easy race to be DQ'd on.
Yeah, and these relays are worth double points. So it's really important
these
teams get these wins on these
We
relays.
are so close between York and Lancaster here. It could really be down to these 2 last races.
And it is 12 points in total here in the pool for the
Big
swimming.
pool scoring, big scoring.
So if any of these teams can get all those 12 points, that would be a huge advantage for the overall Roses score.
This is going to be so tight in these last events.
So if you are new to swimming, you've got to try and reach the pool in the fastest time. You can only go to that second yellow line
On the underwater, and then you have to be up.
And we have 4 different strokes. We have butterfly, backstroke, breaststroke, and front crawl.
You hear us often say freestyle. Technically, it is a freestyle race. You can swim what you want, but obviously you would swim front crawl as it is the fastest.
It is. So we are just about finishing up here. We've got 2
We've got a
more
little
races.
break now, just after those 50s. Really intense set of 50s there. If you're just joining us now, it was very close. Lancaster wins, York wins. Lancaster wins, York wins. Honestly, every race is so different. And they're all so close, and those points really matter here. So taking a little break, getting the swimmers to swim down. Anyone who's just done those last butterfly races will definitely want to swim down if they're in these medleys.
Yeah, they'll be trying to burn that lactic acid off. We've mentioned that before, but this is a really tough race. A lot of them will have done 4 or 5 swims.
5 races, yeah, sometimes 5-6 races already. They are tired, and these final events really matter. Luckily, the support on these final events are in all our years of being at Roses, which lasts 3 years for me and the last 4 years for you, Zara?
Yes.
Yeah.
Give or
roughly.
take.
Yeah, give or take. These final 2 events are the ones to watch, guys. If you can get down here for these 2 events. It is brilliant to watch. The atmosphere is just bubbling here. These 2 events, everyone gets in.
Yeah.
And I'm sure everyone will jump in the pool afterwards.
They will. So
Always tradition.
with the relays, there are 4 swimmers swimming 2 lengths of the pool each. These relays, they will all be swimming front crawl. they've got to make sure that when they take over, their swimmer has touched the wall before they dive into the pool. Otherwise, they will get disqualified. If you get disqualified, you get 0 points.
Yeah, there are adjudicators here, irregardless of where you place in the race.
Yep, this could drastically affect those results because at the halfway point, they were neck and neck with those scores. York slightly in the lead.
Very slightly, but we don't know what it is after those 50s, so we'll have to investigate that. It's a really hard thing to do, those relay takeovers. You get it wrong once, especially in this big competition, like biggest competition of the year for us.
Yeah.
You know, it is you're so tense, you're so on the wire, your fast switch muscles are going. You just want to dive in, but you cannot until that touch happens.
And once these 2 races are over, we move on to the polo, which is a little bit later on. Some of these swimmers will be in the polo.
Yeah, we've got some great swimmers who do, for both Lancaster and York, doing both the swimming and the polo. A really hard thing to do. Polo is a very exhausting sport. You know, you can't touch the bottom of the pool at any point. So the big shout out to every swimmer here who is also competing in the polo games later. Really, really impressive stamina from them.
Yeah.
So we've just got the pool full of people now, swimming down, getting ready for the final 2 events. It's really important to get those swim downs in, get that lactic acid going, and out of your system. As experienced swimmers, we know the joints are burning at this point, especially if you've said, as we said, if you've done 4 or 5 events, you are feeling warm, you are hurting, especially in a competition like this where we're going all out, and you've been training for weeks for this. So everyone will be very, very tense at the moment.
Okay, so we've got a couple of minutes before we start our racing again. We are nearly finishing in this swimming portion in the pool.
2 events left.
2
They tend
relays.
to take about 2 minutes each.
2 minutes each.
Yeah, you're looking at about 30. You're aiming for that 30-second mark on each 50. Everyone's aiming for that 30-second mark. Boys, you should, like the boys A swimmers, you should really be getting those sort of mid to low 20s. We had some great swims earlier in the 50s, so we want to see those 24s, low 24s again. If someone breaks 24 today, we'll be very impressed. Very impressed.
We will be.
Fastest time today has been 24:10 from one of the York swimmers in the 50 freestyle. So if he can replicate that, it will be a really, really impressive time.
Yeah. And there are 4 swimmers for the A team and 4 swimmers for the B teams. So there's lots of swimmers taking part in these races. The Lancaster and York also have a C team.
Yeah, York do have a C team for this.
Is not point scoring, but like we mentioned before, it's taking part that matters. A swim is a swim.
Yep.
A lot of them will be looking forward to getting into that pool, especially since it is very warm on poolside.
We're about 31, 32 degrees on poolside. Me and Zara, we're wishing we were in that pool right now with all these swimmers. Pool temperature is about 27 degrees, 27, 28, which sounds really warm, but when you're in water, it is not. It is lovely and cold, which is just what you want for these race-paced swimming.
Which at the Olympics and other high-level events, the water is a lot colder than your normal pools.
It is, what, about 25, 26?
Only a degree or 2.
Only a degree or 2.
Yeah.
A degree really matters in pools,
It does.
especially in water. You really, really feel it.
And that's to give that optimal racing environment for those swimmers.
If you were swimming in a 30-degree pool, Zara, what would be the difference for you in a race?
You'd swim slower.
Well, yeah, but
So
why, Zara?
you'd be a lot warmer.
Yeah.
So if you're running outside in the cold or if you're running outside in 30-degree heat, it makes a difference.
You're sweating.
You're
Just because
sweating
you're
a
in
lot
water
more in the
does
water.
not mean you don't sweat. You absolutely
You're
do.
working a lot harder. And it's for those muscles. When the pool's cold, it really helps those muscles perform on race day.
Yeah, it tightens everything up.
And these swimmers are putting maximum effort into these races as well.
These last 2 are going to be ones to watch, guys. These are going to be big, big races. Everyone is going to be absolutely sprinting out. We don't expect to see many breaths taken, I'll put it that way, in these 50 events. A lot of our swimmers do a lot of training for a 50 without taking a single breath. So you take a breath as you dive, you're in it for the whole game.
Yeah. If you can try and keep your head down, you'll go faster.
Yep.
Same with the underwater.
Yep.
So those yellow markers there, there's one at 10 metres and there's one at 15 metres. You'd want to try and maximise your underwaters so you can get as much speed as possible. So I think the women are just going up to start
heading
their
up,
race
slapping
now.
up now, getting those muscles ready, getting them excited.
Now, like we say, it's all to play for in these last few races. Whoever gets the wins in these relays will give a great advantage.
Yeah, well, absolutely could win the whole match.
And you can see a lot of them wearing those swimming costumes that are quite long. Those are to help squeeze their muscles in place, as well as allowing that water to rush off them. So it's actually going to help them swim faster rather than wearing bikinis.
Yeah, absolutely. So
swimming costumes.
These specialized suits, they're the Olympian level suits. A lot of them are arena suits, a lot of them are Nike suits. They are very, very expensive.
Very tight compression suits
Yeah,
as well.
a lot of the
Hard to
time.
get into.
I was going to say it takes us a
of.
long old time to get into them.
Sometimes you need 2 people.
And here we go, going to the penultimate event, the 4x50 freestyle relay for the women.
So we have got Lancaster in lane 5, York in lane 4, Lancaster in lane 3, and then York in lane 6.
Oh, wow. Both York swimmers. Then they won't be DQ'd for that, I don't think.
No. So that is what we call a false start. So there was a bit of an issue on the blocks.
Probably means someone moves. You cannot move once the whistle's blown on the blocks.
Yep.
And
so
they unfortunately did just topple in.
what they will now have to do is they will reset. They'll blow their whistle again. When they hear the buzzer, they will dive in and start their race.
Wow, so that just shows what we were saying earlier about that excitement, that fast twitch muscles. They are raring to go, guys. All these girls are raring to go. They want to get in the water. They want to do it.
Yep, so a bit of an excitement there to finish off.
Yeah, very
our swimming
exciting. It
races.
very rarely happens that, especially with high-level swimmers like these. Goes to show the stress of these last 2 events, the importance of these last 2 events.
Okay.
And here we go. And they're off on the penultimate event.
So this
Starting
is neck and neck.
wow. Neck and neck, Lancaster York in lanes 4 and 5 at the moment on the first 25. Good
York.
matching turn. York beating her to the turn.
Yeah, coming back. This is the first leg of 4. They've got 3 more swimmers after this
3 more
one.
swimmers to go. Looks very, very close in lane 4 and 5 between York and Lancaster on this event.
It does nothing between them. The second one diving in the
Lancaster
pool.
beats her to the dive. And she is in and going. Still neck and neck in lane 4 and 5 for them. This is going to be so close. These are the A swimmers.
They can see each other when they're swimming. They want to try and get fast as possible.
This is a beautiful race. You've got the A swimmers in line, the B swimmers in line, the C swimmers in line. All a little bit spaced apart from each other.
We're coming up to that halfway point now. 2 more
Lancaster
swimmers.
taking the touch for the second. Very nice. Only about a second in front is Lancaster, but even that makes a massive difference. And already you see a body length lead for Lancaster on this third leg.
That is a great lead for
It's
Lancaster.
a really, really strong lead. It all depends on the anchor. That's the final swimmer in this event. They are normally the fastest, normally some really, really strong arms going on there.
So Lancaster have the advantage coming into this final
Really strong
50.
advantage, just over a body length coming into the final touch. And she's off for the final 50 for Lancaster. A brilliant in lane 5, lane 4 following very swiftly behind.
Nearly 5
This is going to be
metres
so
ahead.
close. B swimmers pretty much still in line. C swimmers, York has taken the C. The A swimmers are looking like they're going to take it. They're a good few metres in front at the moment for Lancaster.
And we've got a race between York B and Lancaster B. Who can get those points?
They're really close. It looks like Lancaster is going to take the A swim on a brilliant time. That's a 152 for Lancaster. York coming in second on a 154.
And for the B swimmers,
Oh, York clutch it.
York
Just taking it
beat the
by
Lancaster there.
200th of a second. C swimming York for 5th place, 203. And Lancaster C's coming in last.
So
Really,
vital
really,
points.
really impressive swimming there. So that's a York second, Lancaster first, York second, York third, Lancaster fourth there. Those are your point scoring.
Okay, on to the
On
men's.
to the men's.
Expect this to be another
Final
tight
event.
race. So again,
Here we go. You can hear the energy in the room. It is absolutely powerful. Everyone's at the end of the pools. Everyone's got their signs out.
We've got
This is the one.
York lane 7, York lane 6, Lancaster lane 5, York lane 4, Lancaster
So
lane 3.
3.
Oh, York lane
that's
3.
Lancaster lane 2,
Lancaster
sorry.
lane 2.
Come on, boys. And they're off on the first 50. Great dives.
So again, 4 swimmers swimming in this event.
Looks like York's taking a very early lead.
York already ahead of everyone
Only
else.
about an arm's length ahead. It could all change. Coming into the first 50, York is going to take the touch. But really, really closely followed by the York B swimmers in lane 3. Lancaster trailing behind in lane 5 just a little bit. Okay, about a second behind there. Oh, Shark Hat's going for it for York. A brilliant swim. Wow, he's pulling ahead massively here. Great swimming from York. Good
All
turn
these
on the 25.
boys kicking as hard as they can here.
You can see the splash.
And that is Lancaster.
That is amazing.
Lancaster B's catching up. Lancaster A's catching up to York. Can they hold on for the halfway? They do.
Lane 3, Lancaster catching up to the lane 4, York. It's going to be so close. Wow, Andre Durzak for Lancaster doing amazing work here, catching up, closing that gap so quickly.
York still just in the lead here.
Still just in the
their way
lead.
forward.
Right behind him is Lancaster A and B, going into the final 50 now. Who's going to make the touch? It's Lancaster. Oh, it's York. It's Lancaster B making the touch.
2 more lengths. This is our last.
This is the last event. This is going to be so close. York A pulling ahead. Lancaster B right behind. Literally maybe a fingertip behind. This is so close.
This is going to come down to the
wow,
finish.
York coming in ahead. Oh, wow. York's going to do it. Oh, the Lancaster swimmer in lane 3. Really strong, really strong. York take it for 1:38. Second in Lancaster. Third in Lancaster. Fourth for York.
Okay.
Fifth goes to York and sixth for Lancaster. Great events there. So that is a win for York, but the second and third place goes to Lancaster. Those are point scoring places as well. They do actually even out.
Okay, so that is our swimming races finished.
That was an exciting race, I have to say.
That was incredible. Great atmosphere here.
Someone's hat has fallen off mid-race. We can just see it floating in the pool. Sometimes can happen. Disappointing when it does.
So we will be awaiting confirmation.
Yeah, this is
The
now
results.
everyone's on edge. The whole pool goes silent as we wait to hear what the final results are.
And I can see the live roses scoreboard here. Lancaster are in the lead, 34 points to York,
Overall.
17 points.
So this will really adjust it. If York win this, that's 12 points. Remember, everyone, 12 points. So that will bring them up much closer in the overall runnings of roses.
all the
We're
swimmers,
waiting just these final points to be tallied up before we get an end result.
all the swimmers finished their races.
Pool is clear.
Again, there's 12 points. So there's 4 points for the women's A team, 4 points for the men's A team.
Is Tom Smith doing a final race?
Okay, some clapping on poolside. We'll have to find out what that was.
Didn't confirm a win. We're not sure yet.
I think the Lancaster Paris swimmer Tom
No,
Smith
it's not.
is going for a race.
I think he is going for a race. So that's the Lancaster Paris swimmer Tom Smith, a great swimmer, a great guy.
Lots of support from both teams on poolside.
So Tom Smith is swimming. He's doing a 53, a repeat 53. He's done one today already. I reckon he wasn't particularly happy with his time and he wants to get that time in.
I don't think the time was counted. The time didn't
of
come
course it didn't count. So he is redoing that to get a time. Really important to get those times.
Hopefully he can get one of those PBs. So PB is a personal best time. That's the fastest you've ever swam. So we are
There's going to be some great support from everyone here for Tom.
hoping that Tom can get as fast as he can to get that PB. Okay, so he's just getting ready now. I think he will be racing someone else from Lancaster.
In lane 4, swimming against Harry Shaw, his captain. It's always nice of the captain to
Okay,
swim
so that's
against.
Tom Smith in St. Lane 4.
Good dive, Harry Shaw really
Harry
going for it.
swimmer. Okay, lots of support here from the Lancaster team, supporting their teammates. Lovely to see.
Absolutely brilliant to see as Tom comes in for the 25.
Okay, Tom's coming up to halfway, turned in about 26 seconds. Let's see if Tom can get as close to that minute as possible.
Yeah, he can do this. If he can get sub-minute, he'll be happy. Come on, Tom. Come on, Tom. Coming into the final 10 metres now.
Even those Yorksomers cheering on Tom.
He's doing so well here.
Great
He's trained so hard over boot camp in the last 4 weeks for this. He's going to get it. He's going to get it.
What's the time?
A great swim. 53. Amazing swim from Tom. Woo! Great swim from Tom Smith there. Brilliant. Lovely to see his captain in the water with him, cheering him on.
Huge cheers from the crowd.
Great cheer. Excellent to see. Lovely, lovely to see. Now let's... President of Lancaster Society giving a 3 hips hooray for York.
And the same.
York not replying. I think we all just want to know who won now.
Yes. We will be awaiting those results.
Everyone chilling out on poolside. Really, definitely quiet now.
And as we mentioned earlier, we've got the water polo events in the swimming pool.
Oh, when York do give us a head. Thank you.
Yep, we have the water polo events in the swimming pool.
Yeah, please come back to us. Please come back and listen in at 3 o'clock for our women's match.
We have the opens match first.
Oh, sorry, it's the opens match. Sorry.
Then the women's afterwards.
Okay, so open match at 3 o'clock. Women's match will be at about 4:15. So come down to watch that. It's going to be a great event. Me and Zara will be here commentating the whole time. Might play a bit of Smash or Pass, who knows, if you're lucky.
So we'll explain the water polo rules later.
Looks like York's heading in for a photo.
And some of the swimmers might be swimming down after their races. Big team events here today. 12 points in total on offer.
So that's 6 points for the men's and 6 points for the women's. It is split men's and women's. So if the men win for Lancaster and the women win for York, that's 6 points each.
Yep. Okay. Thank you for watching, and we will see you for the water polo shortly.
Thank you very much. See you at 3.